Hey guys, we are right on the button, and only a few weeks after these shirts have been released, here is the video. And here to help me is the shirts maestro himself, the man who gets paid to watch football. It's Ziki. How you doing?
Uh, Hi. I wouldn't say maestro. I'm just, a bit standard. But I'm great, thank you. Yeah, I am really looking forward to doing this, and it's very strange that we've both turned up in the same shirt without any sort of communication beforehand. So it must be a great shirt.
I think so. I think it was, even though on my single list that I did, it didn't come out top because my first impressions on it weren't that good. But actually, I think it probably is the worthy winner of last year's. And we have just completely independently of each other turned up in it. And who have you got on the back of yours?
I have, of course.
The legend Timo Pukki. Fantastic. I have, I think, Reynoso. I don't know if I can turn around in this. It says Reynoso
Yeah,
on the back of mine, which is obviously equally good.
yeah.
Not in your eyes.
Yeah, I'd probably have them level.
They're both top tier, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. OMG level, I think.
OMG level. This is what we've got. So we've got a tier. We've got we've got 6 tiers here from going from OMG, lovely jubbly, nice, not so great, meh, and yuck. So yeah, I'm looking forward to putting these all these shirts in. A little thank you immediately to the maker of this tier maker, some chap called David Fossati. So thank you, David, because I didn't have to do this, which was saved me a lot of work. Anyway, should we kick off?
Yeah, let's do it.
Good. Right. I believe this first one is the Atlanta United kit. It is the Resurgence kit, Resurgence shirt, which we've got here. I like this kit on first glance. I'm going to lead off and say I like the colours. I quite like the pattern in there. What I would say is when I first saw it, I thought it was really boring. But I saw Eli Lesser, MLS content creator and friend of the channel. He got one sent to him, and it looked actually much nicer on his video than I initially thought. What are your initial thoughts, Zeke?
I see it on the screen. But I think this is definitely one that would look nicer in your hands in real life. It's it is a lovely color, and it isn't one of these that just instantly looks bad. But it also isn't really one that stands out too much. I don't think. Um, so it is nice. Um, I mean, looking at a couple of these tiers, um, it's definitely not yuck. It's not. It
No,
isn't yuck.
no,
Um,
I agree.
and I may start this off as nice.
I would back you on that. I think it's nice. I think it
Yeah,
looks like a decent design, nice colours. I like the compliments on the sleeves. It's a decent shirt. It's nice. I think that's a good way of putting it, mate. Nice start, I think. Should we move on to the next one then?
let's do it.
All right. This is the Austin kit, and well, let's get your thoughts first.
Well, this before doing all this, I had tweeted about um, two of my favorite MLS kits,
Yeah.
and this actually made it into the top two. Even though it's quite unlike me because it's not massively um, colorful. There's not a big design on there. It's not something that I would normally wear, but it's a lot like the Japan special edition shirt that I've got, the pink and green one.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
in terms of how it looks, how everything fits in shirt, and the sponsor works perfectly. I think
Fantastically well.
looks lovely, and that badge, love it. Like, it's amazing. I love how that it is just a tree. Like, it's just
Yes.
so so yeah. I would say overall, even though it's not too loud, I think it's really smart. Um, and although now I'm thinking, is it OMG? I don't know if it is now. Um,
That's interesting.
but I guess we could move things around later
Oh,
on
definitely. Yeah.
if we decide that something doesn't deserve to be in a particular one. So I think, don't know whether you agree. I
Mm.
would go lovely jubbly with this one.
I feel similarly to you. I think it is a fantastic shirt. From the moment I laid eyes on it, I wanted it. It was I think the one out of all this crop that I immediately went, I'm having that,
Mm.
because the colours are just beautiful. The simplicity works wonderfully. As you said, the sponsor, which is so often lets down shirts, just works. It is just beautifully simple and effective. I had the same issue as you. It's the one that I want to buy and wear. Would I say it was OMG? Maybe not, because it's not so out there. But in terms of what I want to wear, is definitely there. So for me, it would be going between those two. It would be top and second tier for me.
Yeah.
So let's put it there for now, and it's got room to potentially move up later on. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think looking at all of these options, it could definitely move up. Yeah, let's see.
Okay, let's move on to the next one, and then we'll see. By the way, that was the Armadillo kit, which is quite a nice name as well. The Charlotte shirt is next, which is this beauty. Looks like the waves there. It's the Carolina kit. That's what it's known as. I personally like the gradients on it. It's quite simple. I think the colours work really nicely. Good solid kit. I think I like the black on the collars and cuffs. I think very decent. What do you think?
Yeah, I am with you there. I love the beach and the sea and that sort of thing. I've got the pre-match shirt from last season, and I went with Charlotte. So I've got
Mm.
the Ally sponsor, and I think this is another sponsor that looks really nice. It's quite similar to the Yeti, in that it's 4 letters and you're just using the word, and
Yeah.
it's spaced out nicely. It's not too big. It's not too small. Um, I think, yeah, in terms of the design, it looks really nice. I don't know whether it's a bit too messy. Like, it's not quite. I don't know how to explain it, but it sort of looks as though it's not quite been done properly.
Yeah, I think the top is where I have an issue.
Yeah,
Where I would use that word messy, where the very light blue goes into the white, and I know it's the same sort of mounted, sort of wavy mountainy design there, but that looks a bit messy to me. That, I think,
yeah,
just
yeah,
slightly off-putting.
yeah. I would wonder if that was all over the shirt, then that would look much cleaner. Um,
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
as it doesn't look like it's just they've not finished it,
Yeah.
um, basically. But I do really like it, and I like that it is very different.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking either nice or lovely jubbly. I think.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. I would be inclined to put it Lovely. No, wait, nice. I think I'd be inclined to put it nice with, again, like the Yeti, potential to move up.
Yeah.
Let's do that for now. Good stuff. Good stuff. So next up we have let's let's go with. Well, sorry. I've missed out this this dude at the very start here, haven't I? With its
Yeah.
stripe, and I think that is going to be quite a fun one to get into. So, let's do that one next. I should have sorted the order of this before I started, really, shouldn't I? I'm just picking them randomly, which in the edit is going to be really annoying. But anyway, that's my problem and not your problem. Montreal. What do you think of this one? Because it's I think a bit of a throwback design.
Yeah, I don't. I think it's the sponsor again that puts me off it. It looks like it's wonky, like it's too far one way.
Yep.
And I don't like that the logo is also a circle underneath a
Yes.
circle badge.
But not directly underneath.
Yeah, it doesn't quite do it for me. I like the strip that comes down over the badge. I think that is really nice. But other than that, it's quite a plain shirt. And yeah, it's the sponsor. I think without the sponsor, it's a really nice one. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I'm not so much of a fan of that stripe, to be honest. It looks better closer up than it does from a distance, where it just looks like a sort of haze going down. Yeah, the sponsor is completely wrong. I know that they've got to use BMO, haven't they? It's Bank of Montreal. It's got to be the one there. I don't know why they just don't take the circle and just have that, in the middle. Like the Minnesota has done. That circle looks great. I mean, that would be much better.
Really, really good if you just did that, because that would really elevate it.
Yeah, I think so. I think as it is, I'd be inclined to. I don't think it's yuck. I think it's a meh to me. I think.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. All right. Let's do that. In there. That's the first really good sort of bottom half relegation contender. That one. That's it's not so good. This next one though, I have seen some very mixed reviews on, but mostly on the more positive side. The Chicago Fire shirt. What are your thoughts?
Is this the one where the stripes are coming out of the shirt? They're not flat in the material, are they?
Oh, really? So they're sort of overlaid, and you can sort of feel them on the top.
Yeah, the blue. It's embossed. It's not
embossed. That's the word. Yeah.
Material, which is very odd. You don't see things like that because normally it would be on the stripes, like or maybe on the hem or the cuff, but you don't get it normally in the body. So, but I quite like it. It's very different. The sponsor works, I think.
Yeah.
I like the pale blue. And yeah, I think overall it is relatively nice. It doesn't scream OMG, but
no.
But I think it's nice.
Yeah, I'm very much inclined to agree. I thought it was a bit simple first I saw it, but actually looking at there is some detail in there. The red is really striking as well. It's a really bright kind of fire engine red, which I really like. I think if you're going to do something, then do it really bold. I like the badge, which is kind of old school and lovely. Yeah, it's a really strong shirt actually. It's a very good one. The Carvana logo is actually, like you said, it does work really nicely, even though it is a word and a circle.
Yeah,
it looks nice. Yeah, I'm a fan of it actually. I would be again between a lovely jubbly and a nice, to be honest, on this one.
Okay. Well,
what do you think?
It's your video, so you can put it where you want.
Is it better than that? I'm going to put it in nice for now, as I'm thinking. The more I
Wow.
look at these, it's. Oh, actually, to be honest, I do like. I definitely like it more than these two, more than
Do
the two
you?
that are already in nice. What do you think? Do you think it's better than those two?
I don't.
You don't. You think it's
No.
as good?
Uh, I think the Charlotte one is slightly nicer,
Yeah.
but that's purely off um, the fact that they've done a quite a unique design, which always gives them extra sort of bonus points in my mind.
Yeah, as we can see with the Minnesota ones we're wearing, if you take that chance and it comes off, then you score high,
Yeah,
don't you?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll keep it on that line for now. That sounds good. That makes a lot of sense to me, man. What's up next? Colorado Rapids. So bottom of the table last year, I believe. This one is the One Flag kit, and it's an interesting design. What are your initial thoughts on it?
Um, I yeah, I don't know if it really works. Um, I it's something. There's nothing that really makes me like it too much. I think the badge is okay, but other than that, I don't think the sponsor really works. I I appreciate what they've done with the pattern, and I do like that it is on the sleeves as well, and not just on the main body.
Yeah, that's
Um,
a plus. Yeah, that's a good point.
but also it's not bad. So I would struggle to know where to put this. Possibly not so great.
My view is I hate it. I hate the checkerboard design. I hate that it's kind of stretched in some places and not in others, so it's kind of a weird effect. I
Yeah,
hate the sponsor. You've actually made me like it slightly more. But it's actually, yeah, at least they've continued it onto the sleeves and done a bit more with it. But yeah, I don't like it at all. I don't think it works. So I just don't think it's good. If it was on
well,
my own, I would be putting it in yuck. But I think maybe you've
well,
made
if
me
you
put it
want
into
to,
meh.
I mean, I there's probably a few that I will put in yuck, but I don't know whether this is quite yuck enough.
Okay,
Um,
we'll get a reprieve for now, and we'll put it in meh with a warning.
yeah, you have been wrong.
Right. Yes. Oh, this is fun. All right, up next we have the Columbus Crew. This has got the best name. It's called Home Kit. Which, I mean, imaginations run wild in Columbus, don't they? Luckily, this shirt is better than the name. What do you think?
Yeah, I really like this. And obviously, being a Norwich fan, the yellow is
Yeah.
always going to be something that sits quite nicely with me. Um, Sponsor works really well. The badge for something that's quite simple, I think it looks really cool.
Yeah.
There's something quite Mexican about this. I don't
Yeah.
quite know what it is. But yeah, that pattern along the middle of it it's lovely. I love the neckline. It's very
Mm.
late 90s. I think it looks really nice. I think it's great that it's got the black lines on the cuffs as well. Yeah, there's a lot to like about this. I've not properly looked at this too much until now, but I wish that I had because it's quite nice. Um, I'm I think I'm thinking lovely jubbly, and it may even hop up one later on in the video.
I couldn't agree more. I think it is a striking, gorgeous shirt. I love the color. I love the design. That zigzag or chevron, I'm not sure what it is there, but it just works really, really nicely. And my favorite thing about it, and this is my favorite of all the things I love, which is a lot of them, is that it has a little blue star above the two normal yellow stars, because obviously they are the reigning champs.
I didn't
I don't know if
know
you can
that.
see that on the picture.
Mm.
It's a
Oh, wow.
beautiful detail.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love it. Yeah. So that is, yeah, I totally agree with you, mate. That is going straight into the lovely jubbly. I think both the lovely jubblies could move up, depending on what else we see.
Yeah, I think so.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, but wonderful, except for the name. Next up, next up, I believe, is DC. And we have the Icon kit from DC here. What are your initial thoughts on this one, mate?
Okay, let me see. Which one is it?
I'll start then while you find that. I think the black with the red is really nice. I like the contrast with that bright red at the top there. I don't like the inlaid pattern. I can't really put my finger on why I don't like the inlaid pattern. It might be because it's asymmetric or something jarring about that. The Guidehouse font is horrible. Again, just have that triangle thing and it's lovely. Don't like the sponsor at all. So very middling from DC, in my opinion. What do you think?
I really like the pattern, actually.
Good. Okay.
Because it's not just one of these plain black kits that just looks like every other one. It's got some nice grey and then some lighter grey, and but then I don't know whether you'd really see that if you were watching it on TV. I think that's something that you would need to see in real life in order to actually get the most of it. I agree that the sponsor is just awful. It's not. It doesn't look right at all. If anything, I think it looks a bit too low. There's that big gap between the badge and logo, and I think it's something not quite right there. I don't know what the red patch is at the bottom, but
no, I was just trying to work that out too.
I quite like that. I like when these sort of shirts have got added details that aren't too big, but they do add a little bit to it. I think maybe I'm being swayed a bit more because I love the fact that it in this picture that I'm looking at, it has the MLS patch and the Apple logo as well, which I know is only on the authentic version. Like with a lot of these, the authentic version is miles better than the standard. So need to try and ignore that. But yeah, overall, I think the pattern is nice, but the sponsor ruins it. And yeah, it's not amazing. I don't think it's meh. I think even with the sponsor, I think it's sort of not so great. It isn't nice, and I don't think it's yuck. But you don't like it as much as me, so maybe you're thinking meh.
I've liked it a little bit more. I've just found the closer up picture on a link here. That red square is a really cool kind of eagle. It says "Unite the District" on it, which I really like. So that is good. And actually, I've figured out the pattern now. It's not just some janky lines. It's actually a sort of helix moving upwards diagonally. I don't know if you knew that already, but I didn't get that.
No,
it makes it a bit nicer actually in my eyes. So that could be working a bit better. So I think we're getting the DC Icon kit. Not so great
Yeah,
or nice. What would?
I don't think it's quite nice. Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Okay, so
even
it's not terrible, but it's not great. Okay.
yeah, I think without the sponsor, I would be having this in nice, but it's
That
just
goes in there. I agree, especially now I've
yeah,
seen the pattern close up.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So we got Cincy up next. This is the canvas kit, and it's I think quite a nice. It's quite simple, but it's got those really bold colours. The orange is really lovely. It's got a little added detail saying "Make your mark" with a paintbrush going across it, and the sort of collars. Sorry, not the collar. The cuffs of the shirt and down the sides have a really crazy kind of orangey blue, almost tartan pattern, which I'm really digging. So clean. It's not OMG for my money, but it's a nice shirt. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they've done a lot of things nicely. Sponsor looks good. It's quite a bold color choice. For like you don't often see purple and orange as a combination.
No, true.
But I like it. I like both of those very well. But yeah, I think overall it's nice, but it's not really jumping out at me really.
Yeah, no, it is quite plain. I think they've minimised the details on there, but it's yeah, it's still a decent shirt, I'd say. Yeah, my instinct would be again, it's is it in the nice category. I would say I'd put it in the nice category. What do you think?
Yeah, I think if I'm comparing them to the others in there, I
Yeah,
would I would probably have those alongside them. Yeah.
good. Yeah, no, I think that's right as well. Again, this sponsor again, it's not my favourite. A lot of orange on there, and yeah, again, if it was just a symbol, much better. But anyway, I'm going to forgive it for that. And so yeah, let's look at the next one up. And I believe this is the yeah. There it is. Yeah, I can see that tiny Dallas badge there. Well done. Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah. So this is a bold one. What's your view?
Um, I don't like it. In short, I think it's I don't like the gradient that's not really a gradient. Like
Hmm.
sort of it's sort of looks like it's been made on Adobe Paint or that sort of thing. I think uh, like imagine the even though I think that balloon isn't obviously their logo, but imagine that as the sponsor. Imagine that nice big balloon on the front. That would look amazing. Um, but yeah, I think it's just a bit ugly. I
Yeah.
don't really rate the color combination. It doesn't have an amazing neckline. Yeah, it's not really for me. I don't think.
No, I agree. I don't think it works. I think it's bad colours. I really like red and blue on a kit. Especially these kind of tones of very very bright red and a very sort of darker blue with the sort of purpley in the middle. The children's health thing, obviously, that must be a lovely cause, but it's a bad font. It's yeah, it seems lopsided. For me, it's my first yuck. What do you think?
I didn't think that we would really agree on as many as we have.
I
Um,
didn't either.
no, but I think it has to go in yuck. I think
Yeah,
I'm struggling to really find anything that's good about it, and if I can't find anything that is good about it, then it's gonna have to be in yuck.
yeah. I completely agree. I think a couple of them I've been maybe a bit more down on, and you kind of taught me around, or I've seen some more details to sort of redeem them. But nah, nothing on this one actually. I don't think can really redeem it, unfortunately. Let's move on. I believe we're straight into a Houston Dynamo kit, and this is the 2024 Still Holding jersey, which is I like a fun name. I don't know what it means, but it's a very fun name anyway. And do I like the purple? No. Do I like the orange? Yes. Do I like the sponsor? No. Do I like the kit overall? Actually, quite like it as a thing. I would never wear it, but as a spectacle, I don't mind it at all.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, this is another one that's got a nice detail in the bottom corner.
Yeah, that's lovely.
I don't know what it is, but I like.
I think it's the map of the state. It's like HOU, and then I think it's the outline of the state.
Okay. Yeah, it is interesting that you just listed all these things that you don't like about it, and then you've just gone, actually, all these horrible things combined makes something quite nice.
Yeah.
And I think I'm with you. Like, each individual thing doesn't look very good, but for some reason, there's something about it that I quite like.
Yeah.
Even that weird sponsor, I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. I don't love it.
No.
I don't think it's gonna be in the top 2 tiers, but
No.
I also don't even think it's nice, actually, now I'm really thinking about it. I don't, but it isn't yuck. When
No.
immediately I would think that it is yuck. I would
Yeah.
presume that it would be in yuck, but possibly not so great.
Not so great. I think it's exactly where it belongs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's it's on a par with the DC one for me. For very, very different reasons, actually.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's go on to this one. I think this one was probably the first one to be leaked. Actually, I think it's the first one that most people saw. Certainly, it was the first one that I saw. The Inter Miami 2024 Togetherness Kit, which is this pink number here. Actually, I think I've seen it. It looks a little bit more salmony than it's looking in this picture. When I've seen it in other photos, sort of not in the flesh, but with people actually wearing it. But what are your initial thoughts, Zink?
Um, so yeah, this is one that's been around for a while, hasn't it? Like, we've
Yeah,
all known about this for a month or so, I think.
I think so.
Even,
Yeah.
maybe even longer. And I still don't know how I feel about it. I've not really given my thoughts on it at all, uh, which is a bit odd because I'm a Messi fanboy, um, and I also love pink.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that does tell me I probably don't like it very much. I've never been one to have the badge and the logo in the middle. That's one of my pet peeves. Is generally, if it has that, I normally don't like it, and it has to be a, an amazing pattern in order for me to like it. Um, and I think that's probably why I don't get the sponsor. Um, I I like the fact that they, unlike a lot of these shirts, have just used a logo instead of
Yeah.
like having the writing. I'm not sure what it is, but um, yeah, I like the fact that it looks very different to their normal ones. Um, but for me, it doesn't quite do it.
Yeah. very much the same. I've no idea what the sponsor is, but I don't hate the way it looks aesthetically. I also agree that the centralizing of a badge rarely works. It has worked. I've seen it, seen some really nice shirts with it on, but it often doesn't. And I think this one's just boring. I don't think they've done enough with it, to be honest. There isn't many details to look at. It's just a lot of pink, which is a choice. But for me, nah, it's fine.
Is that a meh?
Meh seems to have a bit more of a bad connotation on this list at the moment, doesn't it?
Yeah, but also it doesn't have to be bad. It's just that in terms of having quite high expectations and then seeing what it actually looks like, maybe that would be another route to go down in terms of calling it meh.
Because I think, because what you've kind of done here is got what is one of the cheat codes in kits, which is pink and black, which is hard to go wrong with because it just looks good most of the time. And I don't think they've made the most of that. And last year's was great. So yeah, it's a step down. So for me, I would put it on a meh level.
Let's do it.
Right.
I'm expecting hate.
Yeah.
I'm expecting people to give us hate.
The messy stands are onto us. That's one of you, though.
Yeah.
So actually, funny we should say on the cheat code thing, because black and gold is another shirt cheat code, and that is one that certainly is characteristic of our next shirt on here, the new LAFC shirt with a very familiar sponsor. We have, what is it called? It's called the Primary Kit, which is really boring unless that's got another meaning. LAFC, again, black and gold. You can hardly go wrong with it. What do you think?
Yeah, I think black and gold is definitely one of these that always looks quite classy, but there is the problem where can you have too much of a good thing? And the fact that there are that many black and gold kits, it sort of puts me off them a little bit. I've got 2 or 3 in my collection, and it is a lovely color combination. But when everyone's doing it, it's sort of they all merge into one. I don't think the sponsor is as bad on this as it is on the Montreal. Is it Montreal?
Yeah, that's right.
And I think that's because it has lined up, and the stripes help it to stay lined up. Because imagine
between those lines, that's really nice. Yeah.
Imagine if it wasn't lined up, and it was over one of the lines, like it would look horrific. So I am pleased that they have lined it up nicely. I like that there's the main gold pinstripes, and then there's also a fainter line in between the gold. I like that. It is quite a classy kit, but I'm not sure I love it. I think for me, it's nice. But I don't know. I don't think I could put it any higher than nice.
I would very, very much agree. I think
you need to stop agreeing. You need to. I think
I know. I think we're going to have. I mean, looking at ones that are coming up, I think we will be disagreeing and get more in the future, which is good fun. But I do agree. I mean, I'm not sure I do like the pinstripe with the fainter one. But then I look at it and I think with that big BMO and the big gold circle wasn't there, I might like the stripes. So maybe it is the sponsor that's actually putting me off and not the faint stripes. I think there is a bit too much gold, to be honest. But yeah, I don't dislike it, to be honest. It's not lovely jubbly for my money. but I would struggle to put it into not so great either.
Yeah.
So I think it's a nice.
Yeah.
Good. I like this nice tiers getting some good traction here. Are you happy with all these that are in the nice are actually nice?
Yeah, for now, I think. But there's quite a lot left. So
Yeah.
we might have been playing it safe. And
I think we might have been. Yeah, I think we
yeah,
maybe need to have some more effusive
yeah, we need
opinions.
to, yeah. So with all these next ones, I don't think we can keep piling them in the nice category because it's a bit of a cop out. So, but yeah, as it stands, I do like all of the ones that are in nice. So
Yeah.
let's just keep it like that.
All right. Good stuff. We'll start. We'll start being more hard nosed now, and we're going to start being hard nosed with LA Galaxy, who have a kit called the Angelino kit, which is quite a nice name. I'll start on the thoughts on this one. I am a fan. First of all, I wasn't initially when I first saw it. I thought that's a bit dull, but actually now I've seen the detail on it, and they went to the fans with this one and said, what kind of things do you want? And they wanted the sash. And they've got those lovely stripes going down, sort of thin stripes making up the overall design. And it's very clean. It's got, I mean, the sponsor isn't offensive. I don't think it's a decent look at a sponsor on there as far as you can go with Herbalife, which is a very controversial sponsor at the best times anyway. That I'm not going to let that sort of influence my decision on the actual shirt itself. I like it. I think it's a nice, clean kit, and it's really grown on me. What do you think?
Okay. I'm going to disagree. I've never really liked having a sash on a football shirt. I think
Really?
it's another of these things that really I don't like it. It sort of feels like you're like Miss World or something. I don't. Yeah, it's not really for me. And yeah, I've not seen the smaller details. I've not seen it too up close, so I don't know exactly everything about it. But I think overall, on first look, I think it's quite meh. I don't think it's yuck. It's not garish enough to be yuck. But I would go meh. But maybe I need to have another look another day, and then maybe I'll regret it. But it's the sashes aren't my thing.
I love the Miss World thing. That's hilarious. It's got on the detail on those yellow Adidas stripes that are going down there. It's actually got black on one side. There's a little drop shadow on them. It's a really nice detail that I like. One thing I don't like about it is those stripes that go up to make the sash don't carry on onto the shoulder or the sleeve. They just cut off. So you've got white sleeve there, which I think is shit. I would like it better if that was not the case. But overall, I still think it's a nice shirt. So now we've got actual, sort of going at different opinions now. So if okay, let's average. Where would I put it? I would put it in nice. Where would you put it?
I would go meh, but I think I'll let I'll let you have this as long as you can let me have another one later on down.
That sounds absolutely fair. Okay, so which one's it going into?
Nice.
Nice. All right, good stuff. Okay, that's good. I like this. All right, so you've got one in the bag there now.
Yeah.
Minnesota is up next, and we have a Starry Night shirt, which is a lot of fun. What are your thoughts?
Well, I absolutely love it. It's one that when I saw it released, it was instantly up there in my wanted list. Um, Very much like this one. It's a very unique pattern, um, and I think some people have called it tacky. Um,
Yeah, I can see where they're coming from.
yeah, I can, but I don't think it quite. I don't think it quite crosses that line. I think it's not as bad as that. But I really love it, and I think it is one that I would love to buy, and I would obviously love to have Pookie on the back of that one as well. Um, so
Is this leading your decision as well? Is Pookie influencing you here?
it may well. But yeah, so off the bat, I'm having this in OMG, but it's up to you. What you think? What do you think?
I think it qualifies for OMG because it is really striking. I can see where the tacky thing has come from. It would be easy to get wrong. I think if
Yeah,
this was done slightly less well, it would be a very questionable shirt. But they've carried on the stars onto the sleeves, which
yeah,
was one of the first things I looked at. I was like, if those are plain black sleeves, this is going out.
yeah.
It's not. They're on the sleeves as well. It works. It's got a lovely sponsor, same as this one. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's in OMG.
Yeah,
First one.
let's do it.
Let's have that. God, now I feel for these two. Now I love the lovely jubbly ones as well. But let's move on. We can come back to this. So
We've
it's
got
another
time.
yellow shirt up next with the Nashville shirt, and that is called the 615 kit. And obviously, yeah, for obvious reasons. I know you know why that's called that, Zeke, because I know we both do. So there's no need to go into that because we both obviously know why it's the 615 kit. What do you think of it?
um, I I don't like it. Um, it is quite Boca Juniors.
Yes, it's very Boca. I hadn't thought that. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, but it's just there's a whole lot of nothing really going on. Um, yeah, I think the yellow and blue is a nice combination. The sponsor isn't awful, um, but yeah, it's just a bit meh. Uh, I don't know whether it's meh enough, because I like the fact that it looks like Boca Juniors. It's yeah, I'm saying it's probably middle of the road, maybe not so great.
I'm sorry to do it, Zeke, but I absolutely agree. No, this is very, very boring. It's kind of a classic design. I do hate the sponsor. Why they got this weird serif font on there? I just don't know why they have to have these full words on there all the time. But yeah, it really is not so great. I don't think it's meh at all. I think it looks nice. It looks like a nice classic design, but it's a bit templatey. But it's not nice. So it's not so great. Yeah, it's going to have to go into that categorization here, which I suppose is okay because there's 3 in there now, which makes it sort of evening things out a little bit. But yeah, not so interesting, I'm afraid, on that one. Next up, we have yep, New England. Yeah, good stuff. So next up is the New England Revolution shirt. It is a red effort on the top and blue with lots and lots of dots. It's quite bold, but it has the bright red and the bright blue, which I'm not sure works. I hate the sponsor. I do not like it. It's pretty much all I can say there. The dots are okay. I don't know if they've got any significance. Boston Tea Party kit. I don't know if some of these colours are relevant to that, but I really am struggling to say much else about it, to be honest, because it's fine, and that's not just because I'm British. What do you think, Zeke?
Yeah, I noticed a lot of comments on the fact that it's meant to be Boston Tea Party when doesn't really look like it is. And I wonder whether that's just them trying to get more eyes on it and get more people interested, and give it a purpose. Because I think as it is, I don't think it's great. I do agree. I don't like the sponsor. The colors don't work. Yeah, this isn't a good one. I don't think it's yuck though. I would probably, but I don't think it's nice either at all. So I'm going between meh and not so great, possibly meh. Actually, I think if I'm looking at the others in not so great, I prefer those to this one.
Yeah, big time. I was wavering between meh and yuck for this. So meh, I think, is the absolute rightful home for it in our opinion, collectively. And we move on to one which is obviously very, very different actually to that one, which was a very busy kit with quite a simple one. It's the NYCFC shirt, and I was just trying to find out what the name of it is. 24/7, the 24/7 kit. What do you think about this one, Zeke?
I saw a lot of love for this online. I don't know whether that's just because of the promo photos that looked really good. Yeah. Because as a shirt, I don't like it. I don't like that it's orange on one side and blue on the other side, and it even does that on the hem as well.
Oh yeah, I hadn't noticed that. Yeah,
which I sort of I appreciate it, but I don't think it quite works, especially with the Etihad Airways. Part of it being orange and part of it being blue. Yeah, I don't like it. It's very plain. The black is just, I don't think there's like a hidden pattern in there. I think it's just black, which I know a lot of people like, and there's a large amount of people that don't like having loads of pattern and design. But everyone knows that I'm the opposite of that. So it's but it isn't yuck, because it's not garish, it's not too in your face. So I wouldn't say yuck, but this is another one where I'd be putting this in meh or not so great.
This might be the one we disagreed on most, actually. I think it's fantastic kit. I really like it, for the exact opposite reasons that you said as well. That the half orange, half blue, I think really works, and I really like the badge. I think that's a wonderful, very New Yorky kind of thing to do there. Yeah, I like it. I think the promo shots were really good. Maybe that has swayed me, actually, because you're right on that. That it was pretty striking. They got the guys from the Cooligans to model it as well, which is very cool. I would be inclined to put it up in Lovely Jubbly. So I think if we're going down the middle, it's probably nice or not so great, really. Do you think? And if we're meeting in that middle ground?
Okay. Yeah. I don't think it's quite nice, but then also I think it's nicer than the LA Galaxy one.
Oh right, yeah, which we've pushed up there as yeah. If we have those two together there,
like if you look at those two now, which one would you like, because you've put them both in nice.
Yeah.
Which one would you like? Which one would you say is nicer? Like off your head, like which one?
That's really tough because I would wear both of those. I think they're both really nice. I do prefer the New York one.
Yeah.
But now this is where I've come down actually, that looking at these and then looking at the Atlanta shirt on the start there on the left, I think is significantly less nice than these two.
Okay.
But
Well,
then you hate that last one.
yeah. Let's leave this in nice, because this may end up being one that I do like down the line. And I'd imagine with a nice name set on the back, it would look quite nice.
Oh yeah, that's a nice thought as well. But
Yeah.
going back, what do you think of this Atlanta one again here? Do you think it belongs in nice still?
I don't think it does.
I don't think it does either. It doesn't. I don't think it
Um,
matches the rest here.
No. Now we've looked at these others,
Yeah,
I'd move that down one.
I would go. Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that range there, and then that. Yeah, I like the way this is looking at the moment now. I think that was a bit of an outlier. I'm still tempted with these ones to move them up. But let's carry on. Let's give everything a fair whack first, and then we'll see where we want to make changes. Now this is one again, another really fun one. New York Red Bulls, the Legacy kit. Now this is a bold choice. Have you got this one in front of you, mate?
I do.
You probably can remember it anyway because it's a striking one. What are your thoughts?
Well, I wish that it wasn't in front of me. I think it's awful. I don't see what they've done. I don't like the fact that one sleeve looks like there's a lot more zigzag than the other side. It does. Given me sort of Arsenal third vibes in terms of the fact
that that's an amazing point. That's extremely astute. It's exactly an Arsenal third or training sub.
Yeah, but it's almost like they've just got a child to scribble on it, and here, this is your shirt. I don't get it. I think we've said in a previous video about the Red Bull sponsor, the fact that it's that big. Does it need to be that big when everyone knows that it's Red Bull? Like, it's not like they are really having to make it that known. And I don't think this works. I don't think that sponsor works on this shirt. I think on other shirts it really works, but I don't think it works on this, having the two Red Bulls with a red shirt.
Yeah, I think that is a great point. Yeah, the repetition of the Red Bulls on the badge and in the middle of the shirt is too much. And like I say, yeah, I don't mind the zigzag. It's a bit of fun. It's very striking. It is Arsenal 30 now, and I can't get that out of my head. That's exactly what it is. It did remind me weirdly of this. There is an LA Bulls shirt, which is very, very similar. That I had bookmarked on eBay, funnily enough. Yeah, I'm going to overlay that now for people. I'm sorry you can't see it, Ziki, but it is extremely similar, and this one's from quite a while ago. So I wonder if that was something, an overlap there somehow. But anyway, maybe there's something we're not getting. There's a connection there which is why that's there. But for me, yeah, it's a bit of fun, but I don't like it per se. What tier would you say it goes in?
I would say, well, it's yuck in my mind. If I'm looking at the ones that are left and the one that is currently in yuck, I would say this is as bad as that. If not worse, because of the fact that it's so in your face that you don't really have any option but to look at it because it's that bold, and it's giving me a headache, really, if I'm honest.
Well, I think that no more justifications needed there for a yuck there.
Yeah,
It's
in the bin.
Not great. Let's move on to maybe some. I was going to say nicer colours, but I'm not sure it is actually. Orlando is the next one up, and it looks like a weird pink on this little picture I've got in front of me, because of these tags. But I think it's fully. I don't think it is that pink. I think it's actually a white shirt which is looking pink in this picture, or at least a very very light purple colour. What sort of thoughts have you got on this one, mate?
I wonder if I've spoken about a different shirt previously, thinking that it was this one.
Oh, hang on. Yeah. Were you thinking about on the Cincy shirt?
Yeah, I think I was.
Because this actually said the purple on the sleeve. I was like, I can see a bit of purple on the Cincy one, but it's not. And this has got purple, so I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Cincy shirt. Do you want me to send you a pic?
Oh no, I do have that one. Yeah. I like that one more than. No, I think nice is where that should be.
Good. Okay. Yeah, I still agree that it's a nice one.
With the cuffs, I think that looks really cool, and the orange coming down the side of the body. So yeah, my mistake, but it's because that pink, it doesn't look pink in the other photo. So yeah, but I know which one it is now. So my reasoning for this one would be very similar to my reasoning for the other one that I thought this one was.
Yes, yeah.
I like the fact that they've gone bold with the orange and the purple, and it's not too much, but it also I don't know whether it is white or a light purple in the main body, unless the authentic version is darker or lighter than the standard, which has actually happened in the past. So maybe that is why they look very different. But yeah, I think this one is probably nice. It's quite plain, but the collar really brings it up. I love the fact that it's got the orange and the purple stripe, and the buttons. I think this is nice as well. Yeah, but do we have too many and nice now? Who knows?
Yeah, it's a very, like I say, it's a simple shirt. That collar, though, like you said, is one of the finest collars I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It is so nice, and the badge with the 3 lions on is really fun. I really, really like this one, and it is one of the ones. Actually, I'm taking the girls to Disney in April, and if I can make a trip across to the Orlando shop, I'll be picking this up. I tell you that. If I can manage to squeeze myself away and get an hour to go out that way, I'll be definitely picking this one up because it is a beautiful shirt. I can't tell, like you said, whether it is a very, very light shade of purple or whether it is a white, and it might be that the fan version is white and the proper version's slightly more purple. But either way,
that makes a big difference as well. I think if it was a light purple, that for me makes it lovely jubbly. But if it's white, then it might just be nice.
All right, let's give it the benefit of the doubt and bang it up into lovely jubbly, I reckon, because I think that's got a real potential to be a very, very decent shirt there.
Yeah.
Next up, Philadelphia Union, the 15 kit or the XV kit, which I will lead on and say it looks like a tire track to me. Looks like someone's run over this shirt in a sort of fancy gold wheeled car tractor, maybe because of that. I like the bimbo. I don't like the centralized badge. I don't like the big high Adidas logo, which is a shame because I've really liked Philly shirts in the past. I thought that they've got a really good history of having really nice shirts, and this is not one of them. I don't like it. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's quite spot on, really. It's one of these that I think had a lot of potential, and they've just not quite delivered. I think a couple of tweaks, and it might have been really nice. I think that I like the gold bimbo.
Yeah.
Which sounded really weird.
I was going to say, I was struggling to say I've heard that about you, but it's not. Yeah.
I like the sponsor. Okay. But I think it's too big, and I think it's too low. I think
Ooh,
I
yeah.
don't think sponsors are meant to be all the way. Well, I mean, unless you're in Mexico where your whole body has got sponsors all over it. I think it's a bit too low.
Yeah.
And the tire track, you are right. I think it does look like that. It's a nice color combination.
Yeah.
But it's just not quite right. There's something that makes it. It's just it just doesn't work. But I don't think it's yuck. I don't think it's
No,
that bad.
definitely not yuck. No, it's nice in that respect. Like I say, I don't like a lot of things about it. Philly have got, I think, a big advantage in their color scheme, which is really nice, and they're arguably the coolest badge in the whole of MLS. So there are things I like about it, and it's definitely not a really bad shirt. But I think for a Philly shirt, it's disappointing for me.
Yeah, I would probably sway towards not so great because it had the potential to be really nice, but it's not.
Yeah, I like it. That's a really good summary as well. It had the potential to be really nice, but it's not. It is a. Did we say not so great?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think that's a decent home. Okay, next up is Portland Timbers, and it is the Nature Unites kit. Another one that's had quite a lot of attention, quite rightly, I think. What are your initial thoughts?
So initially, when I saw this, I was very much like, "Oh no, the badge is in the middle of the shirt. I don't like it." But I'm a big fan of plants and nature and that sort of thing. So the fact that they've got the trees coming down the sides, I think it's really unique. The colors are lovely. I think if the badge and the manufacturer logo were where I would want them, this is top tier level, like one of the nicest MLS shirts that I've probably ever seen. But it may be one of these that later on down the line I look at and I'm like, yeah, I've completely changed my mind about this. I was just being stubborn about the centralization, but yeah, I think I think it's really nice, and I would probably say lovely jubbly. I don't think it's quite OMG because of the centralization, but if I had this in my hand, I could well like picture myself falling in love with it. So yeah, but for now, I would go lovely jubbly personally.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. It's an absolutely banging shirt. I think it just looks great. The dark green with the slightly lighter green on the pattern of the foliage. I don't mind the centralized badge on this one. Actually, I think it works.
Yeah.
The Dabella is again, if it was just a butterfly, I would like it more, but I'm a bit of a stuck record on that one because I've said that lots of times. I think it's absolutely banging. I would put it definitely in the definitely in Lovely Jubbly, arguably in OMG, because it is lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's bang it in Lovely Jubbly for now.
Yeah, and then we can have a look. We can have a look at these other ones, and then we can think, can any be bumped up? Because I'm thinking maybe they can.
Yeah, I think potentially so. Yeah, as well. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to the where are we on this one? Real Salt Lake, the Peak Utah kit, which is another red and blue. So you might be able to tell where I'm going with it.
Me too.
What do you think?
I'm thinking a lot of things, and not many of them are good. It's bold. Is one word for it. It's also very ugly, which is another. I don't get it. It's so bad. This is comfortably the worst of the lot. The sponsor is awful. The pattern is just I don't get it. I don't think you need the stripes and the peaks of the mountains, if that is what it is. And it's the blue and the red and the yellow. There's three quite bold colors there, and if you're going to use those three, you're going to have to make it work, because otherwise it isn't going to end well, which is exactly what it is with this. Obviously they do have to, I think, because on the badge it is blue, yellow and red. So I do understand why they've used it, but they've gone all out, and it hasn't worked.
It's just Select Health as well. That is really weirdly placed. It looks like they've thrown it on from a distance. It's a hideous shirt, mate, honestly. And they had a really nice yellow one last time, which again I wasn't sure about at first, but really grew on me, and I thought it's actually really, really nice. This is I've already put it in the up to. It's not.
I know. I watched them do it. Straight in the bin.
Let's move right on. Earthquakes has, if I can start off on this one, it is my absolute favorite badge. Really 70s inspired, gorgeous Quakes logo there, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. Really like the colors. The sponsor is really ruining this. And again, I know I'm really boring about the sponsors, but it's just so bad. It's badly placed. It looks awful.
Yeah.
If that didn't have it on, I would have it absolutely top tier. I think it's a brilliant shirt with a really, really nice throwback theme. You can't see how it could have been done better, to be honest. Really, really nice. But that sponsor is just ruining it.
Yeah. Totally agree. It really does ruin it, and that badge deserves a better shirt. Really, it does, because it looks, it's such a throwback, isn't it? Compared to all these new modernized badges that are all the same. It's like a copy and paste job, isn't it? But this is just amazing. Sponsor ruins it a lot, and it's just, it means that in my mind this isn't nice anymore, which is a real it's just ruined it.
It's a heartbreaker, isn't it? Because it's got so much potential. You think, you were so close to making such a lovely thing.
Yeah, exactly. even if those lines were in the middle, it still wouldn't be amazing, but it would look much better.
Yeah.
Just it feels like you're falling, like you're like needing to try and stand up straight because it looks
Yeah.
like you're about to topple over.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I wouldn't even have this in nice, but I think you probably would.
Yeah, I would be going there. Like I say, if that no sponsor, it's OMG for me. I like it that much, but
Yeah.
yeah, really with that, it's gonna have to go. I guess not so great, really.
Well, I think the badge could probably push it up. It would be a real shame to not have the badge nice. I think
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see what you mean. It's a very very special thing there, which they've really pulled off.
yeah,
So yeah, that definitely deserves credit. And I really like these colours as well. They're really nice. Nice choice.
yeah, agreed.
Okay, all right, we'll leave that there now for now. Again, another one that saw in action last night, actually, the Seattle Sounders with the anniversary kit. That's what that one's called. What are your initial thoughts?
Um, I think this is quite a popular shirt, um, but I think that may be because Sounders have made a lot of really nice kits,
Mm,
and I've got two or three myself, and their new modern badge I think works really well. Looks really nice. Looks quite slick,
yeah,
um, but it gets lost in this shirt, and that drops it down a bit in my mind. And the sponsor as well gets lost. It feels like everything is merging into one, and it's not popping in the areas that you would want it to pop, um, which in my mind is not a good thing. Um, I I'd be inclined to put this either in not so great or meh personally.
yeah. I totally agree on the badge. That is a really nice badge. I wasn't sure when they first showed it. I was like, is it a bit too moderny? But actually, I think would look really nice on a shirt. But it's not done justice by this shirt, which I think looks a little bit like pajamas. Yeah, I would. Yeah, it's a not so great for me as well. I think it's a home. Move on. Uh, Next up is the Sporting Kansas City Diamonds Hour Forever kit,
Oh,
which is a bit of an odd mouthful, um, and comes in a sort of lovely, sort of diamondy, almost argyle kind of pattern, which is a bit like kind of what the Timbers did last time. Well, no, actually, no, theirs was more tartany, wasn't it? But it's very, it's very sporting. I don't think it certainly stands out from that point of view. I think the sponsor's too big, and I think it's fine. What do you think?
yeah, I agree with all that really. Um, I don't hate the pattern, but I don't love it. Um, and yeah, this is one where there are worse ones and there are
Yeah,
better ones. Um, and but it doesn't really sway me either way. So I'm happy to have it in either not so great or meh, really. Um,
yeah. I
yeah,
think it's a meh. To be honest, I think it is. It literally makes me almost want to say that when I look at it. It's
yeah,
fine, meh, just good. St. Louis, St. Louis City, the Confluence Kit, which is an interesting name. It's sort of a take on their away shirt from last season. It's got a bit of detail into it. I quite like it. What do you think?
yeah. I really like it, and that might be the pink rose tinted glasses on. Uh, and, um, but it's a nice shade of pink. It's quite a bright shade.
Yeah.
It's almost neon. But I think it really works. I think the sponsor works well in the box. I think that looks really smart and clean. I like the pattern. I don't know how bold it will be in real life. I don't know whether it's just the pictures where it looks more bold than it is. But if it is visible, then that's really, really nice. And I think it works. The pattern is all over. It's got a nice badge. Yeah, I think I'm struggling to find things that I don't like about it. So yeah, in my mind, this is in the top couple of tiers. Probably in lovely jubbly, I think.
Yeah, I totally agree. Unfortunately, sorry. It's an absolutely lovely jubbly shirt. I've got a big soft spot for St. Louis City after their first season as well, and their fans. It's just a great shirt. I think it's going to look great when it's worn on the pitch. Like I say, I'm not as big a pink stan, but this I would very, very happily wear and would seriously consider buying. So yes, yeah, big thumbs up from me. I just wish they would change the sponsor from cat food, which it just makes me think of every time.
Yeah.
Penultimate one, we have a Toronto GTA kit, which is a great name. But what about the shirt? What do you think?
When I think of meh, this is what I think. It's another with the same sponsor. I feel like half of these shirts have got this sponsor. So they've obviously read the handbook on how to have a sponsor, but it's not. I think they probably had it upside down because it's not worked. And yeah, but it's just very meh. It's quite plain. I don't really understand the pattern. I also don't really get why it's the GTA kit. This is another thing where why are they all named all these different things when normally it's just home, away, third. It's
right. Hang on, I can clear this up now. It's not to do with the game. It's the global Toronto area.
Right. Okay. that makes it worse. Sorry, I don't know why. Why have you named it that when it's called like that? It doesn't mean anything. I don't understand. Yeah, no. This goes straight in meh. I think.
Yeah. The inlaid pattern on the shirt with these kind of grey shields. Really, it reminds me of the graphic design is my passion meme. It looks like someone's designed this on Windows and gone, how about this? Yeah, no, it blows my mind how bland and crap it is, to be honest. Yeah, it's certainly not going any higher than meh. Is it yuck?
I don't think it's quite yuck. I don't.
No, it's
I don't
not anywhere near as bad as that monstrosity we put in last. No, it's a meh. It's a strong meh.
Yeah.
Vancouver Whitecaps. I think this is a really strong finish. Actually, it's the 50 jersey. It's got a lovely logo. The logos have been very, very strong this time around. Where clubs have changed their logos, I think some really, really nice ones. The New York one was nice. Orlando's one was really nice. Quake's one was fantastic. Yeah. This is another one that's really nice, really simple. Almost a cheat code, but just the simplicity, the gold, the sponsor works really well, especially with that badge as well. I would very, very happily wear this. It's a really, really nice effort. What do you think?
I think we need to have another video where we're ranking badges because
Yes.
There's some really nice ones, and I think that would be an interesting video to make.
Yeah.
Is it navy? It isn't black, is it? It looks.
No, it's a navy as far as I can see here. Yeah, I've just gone onto the website. It is, yeah, it is a very dark blue. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
definitely a navy rather than a black.
and that makes it nicer in my mind because they've not just gone with the crowd and done black and gold. Um, the sponsor works perfectly. Like a couple of the earlier ones, I think the Yeti sponsor and the Ally sponsor.
Yeah, yeah.
It works, and it's just the writing. It's nice and spaced out, but bold. Not all these thin letters that you can't really make out. And it looks really smart. I The neckline is lovely.
Hmm.
I think they're really cool, and the gold stripe down the body as well. I think that works really well. Um, it doesn't. There's not that much of a pattern though, so
Yeah.
I don't know, but I can't bring myself to put it low because it is nice. Um, so maybe that's where it goes. But then we've got so many in nice.
Yeah. Put it in there. I mean, it's let's put it in there and have a look across because I mean, we know why the earthquakes ones in there would be higher if it had worked out. Are these all of the same standard here in nice?
So personally, I wouldn't have the LA Galaxy in there, but you do like it.
I
That
do like it.
that's one that I would move down. Um, I um, I feel like in in Meh, the red and the one with the red sleeves. I can't remember which one that is. That may even be a yuck, but I don't
Yeah,
think that.
it's the New England Revolution. That's the Tea Party one we talked. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's get rid of that one down there.
I think it is the blue and the red. Like all those four
Yeah,
seem.
that's
So
the
I think
factor, isn't it?
yeah, we're not big fans of that. Possibly the Chicago Fire could go down.
This one,
Yeah,
so not so great. Do you think?
yeah.
Yeah,
I think
I'm not adverse to that. I mean, it's probably my least favorite of the lot that's
yeah,
on there.
yeah. And yeah, I would be happy with that. I then think we've got to move a couple of the lovely jubblies.
I think so as well. I was about to say the same.
I
Should we
I
pick one each?
feel like yeah, I can't. I'm gonna have to put Timbers. I think it needs to go up because they've done something so unique and it really does stand out. And I think I am gonna love it. And I mean I already do, but I think I'm gonna
Yeah,
really love it. Um, and yeah, if I'm looking at those top two, I would be happy with those two. And then possibly I can't remember what team it is, the Yeti.
the
Um,
Austin. Yeah,
that,
that's what I was going to pick. So that really is a very astute, I think, on that one,
yeah,
because that is
yeah,
exactly what I was going to pick to get elevated. Because I almost put it up there when we first did this. So
yeah,
yeah, it's an excellent top tier, and I would, I mean, looking at it, if I had the opportunity, I'm probably going to buy all six of the top two tiers. I mean, I won't be able to because I haven't got enough money. But if I
yeah,
had,
yeah,
an opportunity to get them slightly cheaper, I might be. I'd certainly be looking out for those.
yeah. I'm really happy with that. Um, I think they're in roughly the right tiers, which is quite impressive considering we both have quite different tastes, really.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
So it is. Yeah, I don't know how we've managed to agree on most of these.
I'm not
Um,
sure either, actually. Yeah, it's gone very
so,
smoothly.
but yeah, I'm liking how that looks.
Yeah, I'm looking up. Yeah, yuck, definitely. They all work. Meh,
Yeah.
yeah, they all belong there as well. I've got no qualms about anything on those bottom two rows. Not so great. Yep, I don't think any of those should be higher or lower for my money. Nice. I struggle to say they weren't nice. And again, would consider buying all the ones in the nice row as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. This is it.
There
We've
we go.
sorted. This must be definitive. With two opposite ends of the scale, we've come and met in the middle, and this is the definitive list. And I absolutely love it.
Yeah, yeah. I think we've done really well there.
Fantastic. See, it's been absolutely wonderful talking to you again, having you on, and yeah, thank you for your wisdom. And anything you need to promote or send people towards?
I don't think so. I'm not as active at the moment with work and life like a lot of people are. But yeah, no, just keep chatting and interacting with other like-minded people and get conversations started. I always enjoy getting involved in chats about these, you know, weird and wonderful bits of polyester that we all love. And yeah, no, I
Yeah,
think
you're all very, very interactive, and yeah, like I say, brilliant interaction on there. What are you most active on? Is it Insta or X or Twitter, as it was?
yeah, probably still Twitter. I've always been on that a lot. I'm trying to do more of Instagram, but it's pushing a lot of the reels now, which I'm not really a
Yeah.
fan of. I've always been a picture sort of guy. So, but yeah, either of those. I am still very active, and I'm still scrolling through the timeline and whatever. So, yeah.
Good stuff. No, thanks again. And yeah, and then next time we'll see you again soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Cheers, man.